first thing I'm going to do is give this about 10 hertz for a little bit, just to let the spider break in a hair. This is not a break-in. A technical break-in should be 8 to 10 hours on different tones, different volume levels. This is just a basic test to make sure everything's working correctly. And in this case it is. This is just a very low power tone, nothing special. You don't want to give it too much power right away because it was just recently glued. You'll tear all the glue joints. You want to give that at least 24 hours to set up. So we just give it a low signal just to create some heat before we take TSPs. There's a little more power. By the way, that is a single medium spider. FS should be quite low on this. Kind of shooting for around 24 hertz, 28 hertz, maybe 30-ish. But with a copper coil, it has plenty BL, so it should be pretty low. I'll let this run for about 10 minutes, just to kind of give it a little pre-break, and then we'll start the TSPs. Okay, now that that's done, we're going to pull our TS perimeters. Leads hooked up. I'll be using a WT3. Unfortunately, it's the cheapest thing out there right now. But it pulls them. Accuracy isn't too bad. But first thing we want to do is measure the free air perimeters. And there's our impedance curve. Our FS is 29.61, which is right around what we were shooting for. Now we want to measure the VAS, so we're using the added mass method. You have to enter in the piston diameter. Now the technical piston diameter is from just inside center of the surround to the just inside center of the surround over here. So the inside piston diameter technically isn't down here or at the edge of this surround. It's halfway, a little less than halfway up the side of the surround is where you want to measure your piston diameter at. This one's been pre-measured. It's already 8.25 inches. So we'll enter that in. 8.25. And we're also doing an added mass method instead of test box method. So I will be adding 211 grams of weight. For some reason, WT3 takes a lot. So we'll add our weight. You also want to make sure that that vent isn't covered on the bottom of the sub from the pole. That could create a lot of problems. Technically, you're supposed to have your mass secured to the top of the cone. I really don't give a shit because it's only 1 watt and the cone doesn't move anyways. So you're not going to make a 5-gram coin jump. Okay, now we measure VAS. Okay, and we have our perimeters. parameters are SPL is 80 decibels, FS 29.6 hertz. Qs are a little high at 0.6, but that'll be good for a sealed enclosure. BL is 15.17, and the mass is 236.